Do subscribe to Ekeeda channel and press bell icon to get updates about latest engineering, HSC and IIT JEE main and advanced videos.
Hello friends. In this video, we are going to study the substitution method which is used for the measurement of medium resistances. Medium resistances are those resistances which are having the value between the range from 1 ohm to 100 kilo ohms. So resistances having the value in this range, they are categorized as medium resistances. So here we will study the substitution method which is used for the measurement of such medium resistances. So let us start with our topic. As the name says, substitution method, so here we are going to substitute an unknown resistance whose value we want to measure with a standard resistance. So when we will do this substitution, through that we will calculate the value. So let us first see the circuit diagram for this method. So this is the circuit diagram for the substitution method. You can see here we have a rheostat, okay. Then we have an ammeter which is measuring the current. R is the unknown resistance and S is the standard resistance. E is the EMF of the battery. Okay, and here we have a switch which can be put to two position, either at 1 and either at 2. So R is the unknown resistance. Small r is the regulating resistance. A is the ammeter. Okay, and E is the EMF of the battery. Now this switch, it can be placed at the two positions 1 and 2. So when the switch is at position 1, then resistance is connected in the circuit. So this circuit will be like the regulating rheostat regulating resistance, then ammeter, then the unknown resistance, and then this battery. Okay, so when unknown resistance is connected in the circuit, then current will start flowing through this. Okay, so we are going to vary this regulating resistance with the help of this rheostat. We have a sliding contact over it, so we are going to move this contact, so the value of this resistance will change. So by changing this value, we are going to choose a proper scale in this ammeter. Suppose that the working current in this circuit, we want that this current should be 10 milliamperes. So we are going to vary this sliding contact such that the ammeter, it points towards the 10 milliampere of current. So when this pointer is at 10 milliamperes, then we are going to change the position of the switch. Now the switch will come to at position number 2, and then the standard resistance will be connected in the circuit. Now we are not going to change the settings of this rheostat and the ammeter. We are not going to make any change in the circuit. Now when the current is again constant 10 milliampere. Rheostat we have not changed its settings. So now we will change the settings of this standard resistance. In the standard resistance we have various dial resistors. So we are going to every time we are going to change the value of this standard resistance. Suppose that we are getting here the value like 10 ohms we have put, or 11 ohms, 12 ohms. We will change the value so that the same deflection of 10 milliamperes what we have got in the case of the unknown resistance, same deflection is obtained in the case of standard resistance also. Okay, so when same deflection, that is same current 10 milliamperes is obtained, it means that the value of this unknown resistance is equal to the value of the standard resistance. So through this substitution of the resistance we are measuring the unknown resistance. So let us study its working, that how we are measuring the current. When what we are doing, when the switch is at position 1, then unknown resistance is connected. Okay, so we are going to adjust the regulating resistance. So we are going to change this regulating resistance using the sliding contact of the rheostat. It is a rheostat which is a variable resistance. So we are moving that sliding contact so that a proper scale can be chosen for the ammeter. Now when the ammeter pointer it has our chosen value, like suppose we are using 10 milliamperes, then we are going to throw the switch at position number 2. Now when the switch is at position number 2, the standard resistance is connected. Now we are going to change the value of this standard resistance until we are getting the same deflection as we have obtained in the case of unknown resistance. Now as the same deflection we are obtaining in both the cases, like working current, ammeter reading is the same, it is 10 milliamperes. So current is same, it means the resistances values are equal. Okay, it means that the unknown resistance R is equal to the standard resistance S. Okay, so we are substituting the unknown resistance with the standard resistance, and through that substitution we are measuring the value of that unknown resistance. Okay, so this was the substitution method. Now this method, the accuracy of this method, it depends upon the EMF of the battery. You have seen here that in this connection we have used a battery here, and this battery is providing a constant EMF to the circuit. Now when the EMF is constant and current is constant, then only we can substitute the standard resistance with the unknown resistance, or we can say that these two resistances are equal. If there is any change in the EMF, then the values of the two resistances, they will not be equal, because resistance is equal to V by I. We have made V as constant then we have made the working current as also constant, then only we can equate the two resistances, or we can substitute the two resistances. Okay, so the accuracy of this method, it depends upon the EMF of the battery. Also, if there is any resistance in the circuit also, then also its accuracy will be affected. Now there are other methods also which are used for the measurement of medium resistances, like ammeter voltmeter method. So if we compare the two methods, substitution method and the ammeter voltmeter method, then substitution method is more accurate than the ammeter voltmeter method, because in ammeter voltmeter method, what we are doing, we are using an ammeter and a voltmeter, and then we are measuring the resistance by dividing the readings of the voltmeter and the ammeter. Now the accuracy of this method, it depends upon the fact that ammeter should have an internal resistance which is equal to 0, and the internal resistance of the voltmeter should be infinite. Then only the value of the resistance which we are measuring will be equal to the true value of the resistance. So in the case of ammeter voltmeter method, the accuracy depends upon the accuracy of the ammeters and the voltmeter. Now ideally, we are, or practically we can say that we don't have resistances which will have an internal resistance as 0, and voltmeter which is having an internal resistance as infinite. Okay, practically it is impossible. So ammeter voltmeter method, it gives us an inaccurate results, whereas the substitution method, it gives us more accurate results. So substitution method is more accurate. Then the ammeter voltmeter method. Now this substitution method, it is not generally used for the measurement of the medium resistances. This method can be used for in some form of modification for the measurement of high resistances. In the case of bridges also, this substitution principle is used for the measurement of resistances or for the measurement of other parameters, and in the high frequency AC measurements also, this substitution method or substitution principle is used. So in this video, we studied about the substitution method which is used for the measurement of medium resistances. So I hope that this topic is clear to you. Thank you.